Wagwan Famalam and welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2020 for stage number 6 of our Tour de France playthrough with FDJ. And today's stage is a big one. It is a massive stage, Le Teil, Mont Aigoual. For those who've watched the e-Tour de France about 2 months ago, this is the stage where everything had happened. Where Mr. Joe, also known as Tim Soski, also known as the PCM GOAT, has taken the yellow jersey and we never saw him again because he's too good. But no, this is going to be a big stage. Le Teil Mont Aigoual. I'm usually decent on that stage, but I was decent on the 2019 version of the stage. I haven't done the 2020 version ever, apart from the ETDF one, but that doesn't really count. So I have no fucking clue what to expect. I'm just hoping that it'll be less boring than yesterday's stage on the tour, because fuck me, that was so bad. But, like, bad. But anyway, we've got the yellow jersey with Thibaut. Let's keep it today. Oh, brother. Okay, we have better days in the team. 0 for Thibaut, plus 3 for Reichenbach. I'll happily take that. But for the rest of the team, it is... I mean, I'm gonna say trash, let's be honest. Stefan Kung leading the peloton, attacks already Kevin Leden on the left-hand side of the road. We're gonna send the almighty Mathieu Ladanius as per usual in the breakaway. David will stay with us, trying to help Thibaut during the Col de Luzette, which will be the main climb. Like, the Mont Aigoual as a whole is not exactly a tough climb. It's 7.5 kilometers at an average gradient of 4, knowing that there's like a flat kilometer. So I don't expect the differences to be made in the climb. I expect them to be made in the Col de la Luzette. 11 kilometers, average gradient of 7.5 with 2 kilometers flat. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Some other riders going in the breakaway. We'll take a look at that in a few seconds. I'm seeing the likes of Ben Hermans, Christopher Juliansen, Kenny Edison, Geoffrey Soup, Max Walscheid, Kevin Le Danois, riders that are just 2 minutes behind in the GC, so we have to be careful about them. Pierre Roland, already a stage winner on this Tour de France, winner of the previous mountain stage in Orsières-Merlette. You've got Connor Swift, Nielsen Paulus, Omar Freile, Tom Schoens, Michael Gogol, Nicolas Roche, who I believe is in the breakaway in real life as well, Lilian Calmejean, Simon Gashka, not Rudy Mollard or William Bonnet, but hopefully Mathieu Ladanius. And the peloton, once again, does not want Mathieu Ladanius to be in the breakaway. I've done everything I could, but Mathieu just died. So, no Mathieu in the break. We'll send... I don't know. Fuck it, let's send Valentin Madouas, see if he can do anything. I'm just unable to go in the breakaway. For some odd reason. I don't know why. Just the peloton does not wish to see me do anything attack, whether it is with Rudy Mollard, Valentin Madouas, or Mathieu Ladanius. Sadly, that means no points for the sprint classification in Alès. Who else joined the breakaway? Jan Polank joined the breakaway, Niklas A, Michael Scher, Nance Peters, I don't think I'd named him before, Esteban Chavez, who's 14th in the GC, 153 behind. Nicolas Eder, Dyer Quintana, yep. Anthony Perez, who's been extremely unlucky on this Tour de France in real life, who was in very good shape actually at the start, and might have encountered his vehicle, potentially. Right, we're in the first climb of the day, the Col de Cap de Coste, third cat, 2 kilometers, average gradient of 7%, so it is somewhat steep nonetheless. All right, we have to be well placed at the in the front of the peloton. All right, Thibaut is doing his job right now. Thibaut is being protected by Stefan Kung, I believe. Yep, he is indeed. Valentin is protecting Reichenbach, I think, and Ladanius protects Godu. Okay. The breakaway is split into 2 groups. You've got a 60-man group a minute ahead of an 8-man group. Don't know who's in there. Juliansen, Geoffrey Soup, Le Danois, Cher, Perez, Walscheid, Cherel, Connor Swift. Yeah, so mainly the riders that paced, I believe, for their leaders. For their teammates in the breakaway. Leaving the likes of Pierre Roland, Esteban Chavez, or Lilian Calmejean in the front group. The breakaway is 3 minutes and 21 seconds in the lead, and there is 39 kilometers until we reach the summit of the Mont Aigoual. But you better be sure that the breakaway is not winning today, because we're gonna have some hostilities in the upcoming 2 climbs, and the rhythm already increasing under the impulsion of Sonny Colbrelli, Bora and Baron McLaren, really showing that they're here, that they're not here to just fight for 4th place. Mikel Landa, well, the team led by, or the team Z, sorry, led by Mikel Landa and Emmanuel Buchmann, making sure that they catch the breakaway early on, and this rhythm, they shall do so. Thibaut is doing quite well. I don't know about David. David is a bit further back, so is Sebastian Reichenbach, but I would expect them to come back, although I'm not sure about this downhill portion for Sebastian. I'm quite scared. We all know that he has the downhilling ability of the Raster Rockets. I don't know if they were good in the film. I didn't watch it, so it might be a very decent comparison. If they were trash, and if they were not trash, then my comparison's fucked. But we are in the Col de Luzette, and this is where things are going to start to get serious. 2:15 for the breakaway, still living on. I don't expect them to win, but on paper, solely on paper, they could. Thibaut is being dropped by well, he's being dropped. He's losing a few positions because he's not well placed. I'm guessing I got slightly blocked as well. But Baron McLaren really putting the hammer down. Whirlpools just behind Caruso, behind Pello Bilbao. Mikel Landa is watching very carefully. Okay, Sebastian Reichenbach, you're going to have to accelerate to come back next to Thibaut, the yellow jersey, right now in a very high position on the peloton. Everyone has stopped pacing because I believe Whirlpools just died, so did Pello Bilbao. Caruso is not pacing as of now. We're going to recover some energy. Attack! Julien Lafilippe attacks for De Koninck. No one follows the Frenchman. There goes Pello Bilbao. Carlos Verona is in the wheel. Where's David? Like, genuinely, where are you two? David and Sebastian Reichenbach gonna have to make a comeback. Romain Bardet appearing on the left-hand side of the road. I don't know if he plans to do anything. We're gonna catch Nielsen Paulus, Pavel Sivakov, and Michal Kwiatkowski were the one imposing the rhythm. There goes David Gaudu. There goes Sebastian Reichenbach. Even Rudy Mollard is back in the first group. Big up Rudy. But David Gaudu is now going to lead this peloton at a very healthy rhythm. Pierre Roland won't win a second stage on this Tour de France, at least not now, as he got absolutely dropped in this Col de la Luzette by the 4 riders at the front. Lilian Calmejean, who wants this win, he got second in Orsières Merlet. He's just dropped Omar Fraile, meaning that Calmejean, Nance Peters, and Tom Schoens are the only 3 remaining riders in the breakaway. But David Gaudu is pacing at a very high pace in this peloton. 56 riders left to attack by Adam Yates on the left-hand side of the road, the current yellow jersey in real life. Some riders dropped. There's Bilbao, George Bennett, but no one really important. Every teammate for Mikel Landa is getting dropped. Calmejean exploded. Yates carries on with his attack. We'll see. David can hold on. I don't believe he can. But we'll see. It's a good attack by Adam Yates, sorry, who counter attacks as well after dropping Tom Schoens. 25 seconds now, actually, for Yates. Emmanuel Buchmann just pacing to join back the Englishman. Thibaut is going to be on his own in a very few meters here, very few kilometers. A lot of riders getting dropped. Egan Bernal is on his own. That's Mikel Landa as well on his own. There goes Primož Roglic attacking in the downhill portion. Is anyone going to help me relay in that downhill? Because these lot are going to get a gap here. They're not pacing with me. Ah, I see. Sebastian tried to get water. 53 seconds, 28, 212, 150. I have to be worried about Primož. Anyone of you is going to relay me? No. I see. I mean, Primož is starting to maybe look a bit under. I just need Reichenbach to give me water. Perfect. And now Thibaut can go. Now Thibaut is going to accelerate. Someone got dropped. That's Romain Bardet. Tom Dumoulin is there. Richard Carapaz. Yeah, a lot of riders. Julien has not held on. Okay, 6 kilometers until the line. Nance Peters is still here, for fuck's sake. He's going to be the highest placed Elgin rider in this race. Ah, you love to see it. Oh, Egan! Oh, Egan! Oh, I'm seeing some head doddeling from the white jersey here. We're going to join the first group. I'm expecting Nero to make an attack now to counter me. No? Everyone is going to slow down for a bit. We're going to recover energy. Because 4K to go. Come on, Thibaut. And I'm seeing Nero taking the lead here. I've seen Nero take the lead. It's going to be a... well, not exactly a bunch sprint. But it's going to be interesting to see who comes out first on the summit of the Mont Aigoual. Alejandro Valverde has taken the lead of the group. Here's Dan Martin. Nairo Quintana has done absolutely shit all. I took his wheel, probably the worst decision of my life. But Dan Martin is going to win at the summit of the Mont Aigoual ahead of Adam Yates, Valverde, Roglic, Pinot. GC-wise, nothing is going to change apart from Valverde closing in on us. He's now going to be 2 seconds behind Thibaut Pinot following this stage. It's an Irish win today on the Tour de France at the Mont Aigoual. Dan Martin being the first Irishman to win on the Tour de France, despite having Sam Bennett. Adam Yates comes home in second place, with Valverde completing the podium, Primož Roglic, Thibaut Pinot, Mikel Landa, Pogacar, Quintana, Buchmann and Lopez completing the top 10. Buchmann and Landa, who saw their team spacing the entire day, did not do anything out of this stage, but GC West Pinot stays in the yellow jersey, 2 seconds ahead of Valverde, and Valverde who gets +4 bonus seconds. Bernal, Uran are still within 16 seconds. Then we move to Roglic, Quintana, Landa, Yates, Martin, and Pogacar in the top 10, 2:11 down. So some of the riders losing a lot in the top 10, the likes of Julien Alaphilippe, mainly, as David Gaudu maintains his lead in the polka dot jersey. Omar Fraile getting closer and closer. Now a 4-point gap between the Frenchman and the Spaniard, but it is still a polka jersey for Groupama FDJ. Mountain West Caleb Ewan isn't threatened at all. Right now he's still 56 points clear of P2, which is Giacomo Nizzolo. Bessiangwara is still Egan Bernal, although Egan doesn't look very dominant. I'll have to be honest. But the fact that Tadej Pogacar is the closest opponent 2 minutes down probably means that Egan will maintain his white jersey until Paris if everything goes smoothly for the current title holder of this tour. And finally, the best team is the team Astana. A lot of turnaround in this team classification, turnovers, sorry, in the team classification. Astana now 9 seconds ahead of the Dutchman of Jumbo-Visma. Right, 14 riders in the same second here. Actually, no, 13 riders in the same time. Guillaume Martin losing 18 seconds, sadly, for the Frenchman of Cofidis. But I mean, as I said, I expected this stage maybe to be a bit more dramatic in the time gaps. But I tried to play smart. I tried to defend the yellow and not go for the yellow. And like, I probably could have attacked when we all stopped pacing with 3K to go. Probably should have been able to attack. Maybe I would have been able to get some gaps. I don't know. But I figured that one of the best things to do when you do a tour on PCM is to maintain your energy as much as possible. And I feel like this is what I did well today with Thibaut. So we take P5. Sadly, we're not on the podium. Maybe taking Naro's wheel wasn't the best idea. He does have 74 acceleration, but he did not accelerate, so that was a big L. But yeah, we'll take P5. And as long as we maintain our first place in the GC, everything is smooth. Next up will be Millau-Lavaur, which will be a sprint stage. But that will be for tomorrow's episode of the Tour de France with FDJ. I do hope you've enjoyed this one. If you did, then please do leave a like down below. If you're new around here, then please do consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'm also doing a giveaway over on my Twitter for a copy of Tour de France 2020 on PC. The giveaway will end on Sunday. So go ahead and check out my Twitter. You just have to follow me and retweet the tweet. It's very simple. It's the usual steps for a giveaway. And I shall see you tomorrow for the next stage of the Tour de France playthrough with FDJ, with Thibaut in yellow. Have a great day, and goodbye.
Pull up in the gold, I'm leading. But them other man need feeding. I don't wanna go Bombay. Them I don't know what I do when I go from Beeling. Leading the pack in black and I'm on with a bat. Snapping with a phone and die. Boss up a man with a duster. Put him in the drip and sip blockbuster.